Hey, what's up guys? This is James here again, and in today's video I was debating what I should do in this video. I really want to get into Facebook advertising and paid ads and everything, because that's kind of where it's at. A lot of things that I see people trying to do are, these free ways of traffic, all these free methods, and free. It's a beginner's favorite word. Because they don't understand paid traffic. They don't understand how making money on the internet really works. You have to. That old saying is true 99% of the time. You have to spend money to make money. Yeah, there's a couple different ways that I was going to do this video. I think I'm just going to split it up into a bunch of different videos so I can make more videos for this channel. But in today's video, I want to be talking about why people kind of give up with Shopify and paid ads and Facebook ads in general, and how you can avoid that. Because what people do is they'll put up these $5 a day ads, because that's what coaches and all these people have told them. They'll put up these $5 a day ads, they'll let it run for a day or two, they'll lose 10 bucks, they'll go, oh my god, I'm losing money, and they'll get scared and they'll cut it, right? We've all been there. That's what I used to do too. I used to get freaked out and be like, oh my god, I'm not making money, this doesn't work. At the end of the day, I see this question all the time. People are like, hey, how much money should I be getting started with? How much money does it take to start a Shopify store and start making money? And I gotta tell you, it depends. It just depends. There really is no sexy answer here. Like, I wish I could say like, oh, it just takes 50 bucks and you'll start making millions of dollars. But at the end of the day, it really, the determining factor is not how much money you spend, it's how much experience you gain and how much knowledge you can accumulate and kind of understand how Facebook works. I know that's kind of the sexy, boring answer, or the unsexy, boring answer, but that's kind of it. That's where we're at. Stop trying to look for shortcuts and start trying to look for ways you can, improve yourself and just kind of figure things out on your own. But, at the end of the day, the most that I've learned is from just doing. So we're going to hop over here in my computer in a second, and I'm going to show you guys where I think the kind of fall off point is when it comes to Facebook advertising. And it's going to be really simple. It's a really logical thing to kind of, once you understand it, once you can kind of grasp this concept. Once I show you how I kind of do things, it'll make a lot more logical sense when I kind of explain this to you. So let's hop over to my computer. See you there. Okay guys, we are in my computer, and I got a good little lesson for you guys planned out. I'm pretty excited about this one. I'm kind of just chilling here at the house. Went out last night, I'm a little hungover, but you know what? I jumped out of bed and I'm just freaking excited to make YouTube videos. I know I'm a fucking weirdo. Most people are crabby and just want to go die when they have a hangover, but you know what? I want to make videos and content for my YouTube channel. Alright, but anyways, enough about my life. Here is the paid ad mistake number uno that I kind of see people doing. Don't get me wrong, guys, there's a bunch of other things that, I can get into Facebook. You cannot teach Facebook advertising in like 5 or 10 minutes. It's a big, long, it's not super complicated, but it's going to take a little more time than what I have in this video. So I'm just going to teach you a little chunk of what I usually do. It's one of the biggest mistakes is not having enough budget. Let's face it, most people just do not allow enough budget per day, per ad set on their products. Like I said earlier, most people just teach $5 a day, and then if they don't get a sale after $5, $10 spend, they start panicking. And an even bigger problem that people do is they only have maybe like one ad set running at a time at $5 for one product. So you literally only have one ad set for one product at one time. One audience. And that's just, you are punching yourself in the balls so bad by doing that, because you need to be testing out at least, I would say, so really I like to do 5 to 10 ad sets per product running at a time. So how do we fix this? Well, enjoy this meme of Samuel Jackson. It's probably my favorite movie ever, Pulp Fiction. But anyways, you got to figure out your margins. And I know this sounds dumb, and you might be like, well, I know my margins. So why are you advertising at $5 a day if your margin is, $30 per product? And, this is why I don't really like free plus shipping that much. I understand its purpose, but it's not really beginner friendly. because your margins are so slim. It's like you're getting purchases for like $1 or $2, and that's just I'm not like one of these crazy people who's like, oh, Facebook's super competitive, I can't do it. Facebook's competitive and there's more and more people advertising, but that's not, $1 or $2 purchases just isn't realistic, and it's only going to rise as you start advertising more. So you're just setting yourself up for failure at that point. So guys, figure out your margins. How much can you spend to get a sale? This is what you should be asking yourself when you're serious about putting a product up and testing it. If you have a $50 product and your margin's $30, how much can you spend to acquire a customer? You can spend $30. Now, mind you, you're obviously not making any money at that point, and I probably wouldn't run that ad. It really depends on the goal that you have in mind. If you're just trying to build an email list, then, breaking even is probably one of the better of the worst case scenarios. If you're breaking even making an email list, if you're breaking even on the front end when you're making an email list, that's still a good thing. But since everybody wants to focus on the front end, I would probably kill that ad because I'm not going to spend $30 to get that sale. And a good example of this is actually a jacket that I'm selling right now. I can spend about $30, I think, that's my margin, to get a sale on that. Now, am I going to do that? No. If I don't get sales for probably 15 or 20 bucks, I'm not going to bother with it. I'm still kind of in the testing phase of it. But that's just a good example of, real world, how I apply this stuff to my business. Alright, so let me ask you this. Do you really think that you can get less than $5 sales with a $30 profit margin? You can, but you're probably not going to. It's probably not realistic. And by having one $5 a day ad set per product, that's what you're kind of saying is like, hey, I bet I can get a sale for $5 with this. And after you give up after 5 or 10 bucks, you're really not, one, giving Facebook enough time to optimize, and two, you're not giving Facebook much of a budget to work with. You're killing way too early if you're turning them off after 10 bucks. So this is kind of a mixture of letting ads run a little bit longer and having a higher budget. And, Facebook is getting more competitive, and I'm not like some end of the world like doomsday guy who's like, oh my god, Facebook's gonna just blow up and nobody's ever gonna make money on there again. Obviously it's getting more competitive. Yeah, it's just getting more competitive. It's not anything to really be worrying about too much. But, the expectation of getting a lot of sales off of $5, maybe $10 of ad spend, it's just ridiculous, and people need to stop doing that. People need to stop thinking like that. Because that's what I think a lot of people teach in their courses. They're like, yeah, just spend $5, $10 and, you'll start getting sales. And, when you put an ad on Facebook, there's no guarantees that you're going to get sales in the first place. Facebook is just going to try to put your ads in front of people that are probably going to buy your stuff, but it's not guaranteed. That's why you have to have these guidelines to say, hey, if I don't get a sale after 15, 20 bucks, then I can kill it. And when I say a sale after 15 or 20 bucks, I mean per ad set. I let those 5 or 10 ad sets run for about a day or two, let it spend maybe 15, 20 bucks per ad set, and then I kind of see where we're at. I like to reach at least 1,000 to 1,500 people per ad set, and spend about 15, 20, maybe 25 bucks before I really make any decisions to kill any of my ads. That's just how I do it. So like I said, you're going to want to find 5 to 10 audiences to target. After that, figure out your margins. Figure out how much you can spend to acquire a customer. Now, it depends on your goals. Like I said, again, if you want to build a big email list, then you can spend up to $30. If you have a $30 margin, you can spend up to $30 to acquire a customer. That's break even, so you're good on that front. But if you're trying to make money on a front end sale, you're going to want to spend less than $30. But if an ad isn't profitable, then you just kill it. You just kill it. If you're getting purchases for like 40 bucks, then you just kill it, man. You just move on. Figure out your margins, and then launch 5 or 10 ad sets per product at whatever your margin is. So like I said, this is a case-by-case basis. You really need to figure this out for yourself. But if I have a $20 or $30 margin, then I'll probably do 15 or 20 bucks a day, and I'll let it run for a couple of days and see where I'm at. Usually, if I have a higher price product, I'll spend about $150, maybe 200 bucks to test it. I'll get a couple sales, but you know, I'll obviously at that point I'll cut the losing ads, and I'll, you know, keep the winners around and just kind of ride it out and see if I keep getting sales. If I'm profitable, then I keep it running. If not, then I kill it. That's about as simple as it gets. Most people really overcomplicate this. So, you know, like I said, it's just a combination of letting your ads run a little bit longer with a bit of a higher budget. You know, and I kind of was debating making this video because this isn't what people usually teach you. They teach you, oh, you know, you can run $5 a day ad sets and you'll be good. And most people they're gonna be very stingy on spending their money like this. They're not gonna want to put 150, 200 bucks into testing a single product. You know, that's not testing, you know, 10 products. That's testing 1 or 2. And a lot of people just they just don't have the balls to do that. They really don't. And it's you know, it's kind of a lesson that you might learn the hard way, because you're not really going to see any results if you're just spending 5 or 10 bucks on a campaign and then just turning it off and being like, oh, this doesn't work. I can't really blame people for thinking like that, but that's why I'm making this video, to kind of help people out and teach them that, hey, this is how I do it. This is how you probably should be. You should be doing something similar. You can't be spending $5 a day, $10 a day on one product and make a well-informed decision on if you should keep it around, because this is business. This isn't, you know, some quick get rich, make money fast type thing. This is business. This is figuring out how much you can spend to acquire a customer. And I know that's not the sexy answer that you want to hear, but that's just where we're at. So guys, if you like this video, go ahead down below and click subscribe, click like, give me a comment, and tell me what kind of videos you want to see. Tell me what problems you're having with e-com. And like always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.